Welcome back to Total Party Kill, the podcast where I, Tony Sindelar, attempt to introduce a podcast. We are playing Dungeons & Dragons. We are continuing our exploration of the Sunless Citadel here on UK TPK. Joining me, as often, it's Mike Hurley.
Hello, I play Maximilian Thundercliff, the noble half-orc.
It's Tiff Arment.
Hi, El Scorcha, the tiefling druid who thinks she has more skill than her dice rolls.
Adina Hurley.
Hello, I'm playing Olena, the surprisingly angry goblin killer who is also a half-elf rogue.
And master negotiator.
Okay, I was just thank you for adding the half-elf rogue at the end, because you could be a killer of goblins or a goblin who is a killer. It's just very confusing. Also here, it's James Thompson.
I play Nox, the Dragonborn Bard, who is very happy to find out that goblins are quite fragile.
And they make up for it in quantity, I think. Also here, it's Liz Miles.
Hi, I play Velo the Less Demonic, who is a human warlock, and I like to set fire to things.
And from far across the pond, it's Jason Snell.
I am playing...
There's one or more ponds between us.
Yes,
I assume.
there's a few.
Statistically,
There's ducks and ponds, yes. I play Furion, the elf, who likes to learn things from a distance so that he doesn't take damage.
So, previously on Dungeons & Dragons, you had talked your way into the Goblin Warren. Unfortunately, talks broke down. Diplomacy has been turned into murder. And things are dangerous here. I'm interested to see what you'll do next. We're going to say that you are out of combat for now, though combat could happen again at any moment, because this place is full of goblins. But I think there are a variety of things that you wanted to do now that you are out of combat. So, who wants to do something?
I think we need to send in our stealthy folk to disable the trap and check the doors, right?
Yep, sounds good.
Yeah, I think we also were interested in maybe having Max listen at that door and hear what they're saying in
yes.
Goblin.
And looting and all that kind of fun stuff.
And looting the
looting.
bodies.
Looting first. Let's loot.
I literally
Have we
told you to
gotten
write
good
down looting, and you guys were all like, looting.
I wrote down looting.
Yes.
I wrote
And
it.
then you had forgot.
Looting.
So,
we get any good
Furion's
stuff?
going to inspect the charred bits of corpse that were left over by that goblin to the north, because he's interested in the effects of being somebody being cut into little bits and then set on fire by a bonfire.
Okay.
We don't char any of this loot with my bonfires, do we?
So, Fury, you poke around in the remains of that goblin. Mostly it's awful. And there's some offal. And there's... it does seem like that it's kind of scorched and a little charred, but you're able to kind of scrape the residue off. There is a kind of fancy silver flask. Looks like probably of dwarven construction. A small, I don't know, I'm trying to give a lowest definition answer to
Roughly
the thing.
hewn.
But a small hand-hewn dwarven flask made of silver that looks like it's probably worth about 50 gold pieces, Furion.
Can I have a look around the... Is there anything else on the...
Do you want to inspect?
Remains.
There are several other goblin corpses.
Yeah,
so.
let's just look around at all the goblin corpses,
Yeah.
And also
Nox
the
will
range,
check out the
Everyone
two
pick a
next to him.
corpse and just go through it.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a
Yeah.
look at what Clumtox has on his body.
And also I'm
Clumtox-
interested in the range attack room, whatever it's called. Like, there must be weapons lying around. Is there anything good for us? Can I roll?
There are a variety of goblin spears, goblin shortbows, and goblin manufactured arrows. Elena, you could maybe grab a couple arrows, but
Yeah.
most of them are probably beneath your quality standards.
Oh, okay.
So
Then I'm not
goblins are not
interested.
known for their fine craftsmanship.
Okay. Yep.
I will say, as you are searching the bodies, Clumtox doesn't seem to have anything very exciting on him, nor does Napvush. But Blash seems to have a little copper key on a chain around his neck.
Who's going to get... Where's Blash? Oh, I'll take that then. Blath, I'll take the key. I'm standing right next to him.
Sorry, Blath. I think.
Yes. Don't speak
ill.
ill of the dead, Tony.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to check in with Meepo and, like, see how he's doing.
Meepo, check
All
in!
right.
It's time.
Maybe
It's
I
my
do.
favorite part
Segment. It's
of every
Meepo
episode.
time.
The Meepo check-in.
Hi, Meepo. You did
Wait,
great in that
there-
fight. That was pretty amazing.
Therapy Fox will go hang
Meepo
out
is
with
standing
him.
up, very proud and very tall for a kobold, which is still quite small. But Meepo looks very confident. He's like, I never doubted us except for those times when I doubted us. I knew we could do it.
Did you notice how Maximilian leapt in front of that arrow for you?
That was great. Are you okay, Max? Can I call you Max, sir? Mr. Thundercliff?
I think we're going to stay with Mr. Thundercliff for the time being. feel like
Meepo
you-
salutes awkwardly and then realizes he should salute with the other hand. And then he goes back to the other hand. It's
It's okay, Meepo. It's
Okay.
okay.
wow. I don't think any of our raiding parties have made it this far into Goblin territory. We should look for prisoners because sometimes they take my tribe captive.
Okay.
Yes, also that would create possible disorder, which could be of assistance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
say quietly,
I mean,
'cause that not be
the war
after
has
the
been going for a
kobolds.
long time. We capture some of theirs, they capture some of ours. There's a prisoner exchange, then there's another fight. It's all very tiring.
If you just set fire to the whole place, it might help,
It's
end it.
stone. It's built not to burn.
Yeah. Stone
Yeah.
can be set on fire if you just try hard enough.
I was in Boy
very
Scouts. I know
big
that that's
fire.
true.
I wasn't, so I
All
have
right.
to take your word for it.
I would love for
Okay.
people. There's a couple more goblin corpses to search.
Yeah,
Catfish
I'll
and
check
the
the one
surprise
to
goblin.
my. I've got one to my left through a door.
Yep,
I'll have
surprise
a look.
goblin.
That goblin has 1 gold piece in his filthy pocket.
Yay! Score. How much money do we have in it?
It's in the dock.
anyone
Someone
be
wrote it
taking-
down, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. That's if I add it to the bank here, that'll be 3 gold pieces we have now, 4 silver, a gem worth 5, silver flask worth 50, and a gold ring.
How much did we get at the very start with the when we?
It
You
wasn't
got a
Somebody
down
had
payment.
their-
I thought you got a. Didn't you get like a 10 gold piece down payment on
Yeah,
It was like 10 or 25 or something.
I think it was 25.
400.
Yeah. Yeah, it was 5,000. I
5,000?
distinctly remember.
No, I do think it was 25. Sorry, because I thought that sounded like quite
I've
a
got it
lot.
all written
but when
down
we went to
here.
the- but when
I
we went
believe
to
you
the
were.
shop-
I believe you were promised 125 each.
That's what we would get, but we were given an advance. But we can't
Yeah.
spend the advance anyway, so it's
Yeah.
kind of not really
Yeah, I don't
important.
see any story
all
in
right.
here.
Sure. I'll toss the gold coin that I found over to our accountant.
All right, got it.
Okay.
Let's
Meepo looks
check the
around and
doors.
says, "Where'd you next?" Excitedly.
Would love Max to
Meepo.
listen at the door and hear what these
Yep.
arguing
Yeah,
goblins
yeah.
are arguing about.
Okay.
Go,
I
You have to
approach
move
the door.
stealthily, so they don't hear any noises.
Don't
You
give
don't
Tony
trip.
any ideas. I just walk towards the door, put
Yeah,
my
the
ear
door's
against
closed.
the door.
It's probably a
door's
very thick
closed.
door,
It's a
just
big
carries
stone
out.
door.
And Elena, are you
put
checking
my-
out that suspicious area with the weird floor that has the word trap
yes.
painted
Trap
on it?
spray painted on it.
I thought that we already knew it was a trap from the
Yeah,
critical.
but you can disable it, right?
Yeah, that's what I was here to do. But now
All right.
I'm waiting to hear what's happening on the other side of the door.
All right. So Max presses his ear against the door. Oh, Dungeon Master, and what does he hear?
Give me a perception check, Max.
Oh, damn it.
That seemed pretty obvious that was going to happen.
No, it's a 16.
You hear some goblins kind of having a discussion, cackling. They seem to be telling a variety of racist kobold jokes.
Meepo, cover
Don't
your ears.
listen, Meepo. Oh,
Yeah,
he stole.
it sounds like there are the overlapping voices of several goblins beyond that door.
There's several goblins beyond that door.
Think
Maybe we
kill
can
them.
take
We
this
could
other
kill them.
door.
Let's kill them.
Let's see what's west.
Damn.
Behind the trap.
How do you get rid of things you draw? I was practicing bonfires. How do you get rid of them?
You select them with the little arrow and then hit the delete key, and they go away.
Yay! Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Right.
So, Elena, do you want to do something about? So you are inspecting the floor here. It looks like there's basically a pit trap. It looks like there's basically a narrow. The way that you would traverse this pit trap is there's basically like the middle of the hallway. It's like a 1 foot wide, like kind of like beam that the pit trap balances on. That theoretically someone could try and walk across. That might be challenging for some of your party members. So you could also do a.
Also, I just erased Elena by accident. Sorry about that.
Can you undo
on.
that?
I tried. doesn't do it.
'Cause I can't undo
Oops,
it.
daisies.
You did
Oh
it.
no! Is this
Oh
how
my
I-
God.
Just add her token back, Tony. Come on.
You're not allowed
And
to do
that's
these
how
things.
we had our first character death. She fell down the trap.
I have to
You
go and
write
find the
supposedly.
token.
You delete.
I don't know why
have
I
to,
was
like-
allowed to delete a character. That seems like a bad idea.
Okay, well,
was
I have to
weird.
go set it all up again.
Jason.
Yeah, don't do that, Jason.
Sorry, I was just trying to update the map.
Dungeons and Dragons.
By killing
There we
everyone.
go. Oh, that took
Yes.
forever.
That was fine.
No, I have to give it permission to be controlled and give it a name.
Okay.
Okay, so if that's a little, the other option is disable the trap.
So it's a different kind of trap, this one. And what would I need? Me being so clever and perceptive, this idea would just come to me, I'm sure. But what would I need to deactivate this one?
You would need a 15 or higher on a dexterity check and some thieves' tools and some objects for dismantling a trap that you would have on you.
So you have everything. You just gotta
Okay.
make the roll.
Let's do the roll. Dexterity, you said, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Woo, 23. It's like I've done it all over.
Yes,
before.
you're like, I've already spent more time thinking about this than it will take me to do it. You have turned that trap into basically, it's just floor now. I'm just going to remove it until you turn it back into a trap if you
Yay.
need to later.
So could Elena, I ask very nicely, go listen at that door, see how
Yes.
Through.
we're going on there.
So now
Maybe
I
take
want,
a sneaky peek through because you're just so damn good with the rolls.
exactly. I want to stealthily open the door and peek on the other side of it.
All right, so you open the door.
I have 17, by the way.
Okay.
On stealth.
So I will tell you, as you're touching the door is cold to the touch.
Oh, it's coming up again. That happens.
I have an
Dragon.
idea about how to heat it up.
Dragon.
Set fire to
Dragon.
it.
Dragon.
It's the ice dragon.
Dragon.
And Elena, you're opening the door?
Is anyone else doing that from Discworld? The
Yes,
dragon
I want to
chanting?
open it. I rolled
All right.
17 and
You
no one
peek
will
open the
notice that
room.
I did.
Yep. You open the door a little bit and you peek inside. Inside, it seems to be there's kind of a little room, and it's, I guess, the kind of assumption of how the goblins were using this space is like a trophy room. There's a bunch of crates and there's some piles of stuff, some of actual value and some of perceived goblin value. There's a couple mounted animal heads on the wall, but the
No kobold heads.
goblin taxidermy skills are limited, and the choice of creatures for the heads on the wall include rats and cows, and a few
Phew, no
kobolds.
dragon yet.
Meepo,
Do they
cover your
combine
eyes.
any of the rats and the cows? I
And
need to
a
know.
lot of the furniture in the room is kind of smashed to bits. You see there's like an iron spike in the middle of the room with a chain on it, but there's nothing at the other end of the chain.
Oops.
And you can see kind of patches of frost and snow on some of the wall and floor and debris. And you think
Winter
you
is
hear the
coming.
sound of something breathing. Something
Okay.
large.
I
There
would
is
back
a
out
moose.
and
Ice dragon.
Can we
Nox
ask
should
Meepo,
possibly
can we ask
go
Meepo
in.
to come forward and ask
No,
him? Or
don't
get
Is
trust
this
the
the case of
dragon?
Meepo or Nox?
So
I think
Meepo was keeping him in a cage, or her in a cage. I don't think that's going to go well as a
I think
reunion.
Nox is our
No,
best
no,
bet.
we just asked Meepo to take a look in the room and say, are these signs of an ice dragon? Do you
I
think
think we all know there's signs of an ice dragon.
Yeah, I mean, it's like
an ice snake, an ice
Kobold,
worm,
an ice goblin.
an ice kobold. You don't know.
What if it's an
I-
ice half-orc? What if you're the
Exactly.
real monsters?
Then you get down on your knees and have to drink a really bad drink.
Can we see anything valuable from where we are? Like any cool...
Elena, you saw a variety of objects of value in there.
Yes. So I should
Can
tell
you
the...
fish them out with a fishing rod?
Do you have a fishing
We're
rod,
not gonna
Elena?
sell them now.
We should have brought a fishing rod. That's what I'm
Yeah,
thinking.
you should have all brought fishing rods.
Yes.
Make a note for next time.
Will
So
do.
I should tell the party that, guys, I think there's a lot of signs indicating that there's an ice dragon in there, and I think that maybe
Meepo is
Nox-
excited by this.
Okay, can we ask
Meepo.
Meepo what to do if the dragon's,
Yeah.
free? What's our best option, Meepo? How do we, chill that dragon?
Don't kill him.
Uh-huh. And what if
So-
the dragon attacks us?
That happens sometimes back in the Kobold lair. I have experience with that situation.
And what do you do?
Eventually, the dragon will tire itself out.
He runs away, is
how
what he
many
does.
kobolds usually die in this situation?
Oh, lots. Like a lot.
Helpful, Meepo, thank you.
Meepo,
thank you.
will the dragon be happy to see you?
Unclear.
Okay, it's a no.
That's a
We
no.
kept you alive for this,
Just
Meepo.
checking.
I'm worried that the goblins have been mistreating him and they may be angry.
Remind us again, Meepo, how you kept this dragon.
I fed Carol Cricks lots of rats.
Did we bring any rat corpses with us?
No, it was. I was thinking more not in the how it was kept fed. Did you keep this dragon in a cage?
Against his will.
I mean,
for example.
that's what you got to do to keep a pet safe.
Of course.
No.
I don't think
Hey,
Elle would
look.
agree with this.
I'm a kobold. I live in a dungeon. A dungeon is just a big cage, man.
Well,
right,
Meepo got
let's-
really deep.
Yeah, none
think-
of us
I
are
say-
really free. Think about
Okay.
it. Think about it.
Meepo,
do
you
we-
missed your calling as a philosopher. I
Despite
don't know
all
what you're doing
Meeple's
down here.
rage.
Okay.
My kobold tribe does not place a lot of value on philosophy, but I've been trying
That's a
to,
shame. That's a shame. You
I
should write
think
a
we.
pamphlet or two,
I think we should keep Meepo back.
Out of this, yeah.
Max will take care of
And
that situation.
I think Nox should step,
yeah.
possibly foolishly.
Before
Okay, go
we
for it,
go
Nox.
in,
Go have a chat to your buddy in there. You'll be
Yeah.
fine.
before we go in, do we have any spells that can calm someone down?
We've got fire.
Charm a dragon. We could charm a dragon.
Charm
right?
to make it a friendly acquaintance.
charm
I
it.
But
have
I could
animal
I
friendship.
feel I could charm the
Hold on.
dragon. We're friends.
Oh,
we're kin.
just with
So charm
natural
person
charm
only
alone.
works on humanoids.
I have an animal friendship charm that lets me convince a beast that you mean it no harm.
There you go. We should
Now
use
we're
that.
doing it.
I would
Now
say
it's all
Ellen
we're
Nox
Dungeons
tag
and
team.
Dragonsing.
Dun, dun,
Yeah,
dun, dun.
that sounds like, instead of some kind of ridiculous shenanigans where you try and build a paper mache bridge out of rope. That sounds immediately relevant to the situation.
We
In fact,
make a paper mache.
Or
Tiff,
all together,
Tiff,
we could try and
you-
disguise ourselves as a giant dragon.
yeah, Tiff, you
Yeah.
may be overqualified for this game. The level of confidence you're bringing for this is unusual for this podcast.
So we should probably send in Nox and Elle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Together?
I think
I
that's
have
good.
to be able
On
to
their
see
own.
and hear the beast first.
Yeah.
All right, go
Yeah.
for it, team.
Yep.
I think
So
And
I
wait,
would say-
wait. There's all these caveats here. And if the beast's intelligence is 4 or higher, the spell fails.
That's a really
is a
strong
Intelligence
dragon, right?
roll? Or what?
How smart is a
Oh,
dragon?
how smart is a baby
Quite
dragon?
smart.
Tony.
Quite smart is that what he said.
Yeah, I will tell you, 4 is pretty limited. 4 is probably like a beast of burden kind
Oh.
of situation. So
This plan may
dragons,
not.
You can sit on dragons. That's qualifies. It's beast of burden.
Right,
Problem
but
solved.
if he has
No.
an intelligence of 4 or higher, then
All right,
there's nothing
okay.
we can
So
do
I think
about
we
it.
should go for a second plan of pretending we're a dragon.
Oh, but we have the charm and turning people into friendly acquaintance.
Can we go
the
for the
original
paper-mache
plan
dragon
of
plan?
sending Nox in on his own to try and talk to the dragon still works.
I think that's
just-
the thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go
I'll
for it,
try and
Nox.
make myself look a bit bigger as well.
Also, I don't
Yes.
honestly think we need deception here. This is a thing I've learned from Total Party Kill, where sometimes what we immediately think is, what's the inane story that we're going to make
hello,
up?
we're dragon inspectors. We're here to
yeah, we're just here to do checking of dragons. We could actually say, "Hey, dragon, we're here to free you."
Yeah.
Right?
yeah, yeah. I think
It
that's.
seems to be doing quite a good job on its own, to be fair.
And you can
Yeah.
eat,
Well,
you
yeah,
can eat
if the
Meepo.
dragon-
If Meepo's helpful, we can keep him, and you can eat him if he's not helpful.
Yeah, we've brought you a sacrifice.
I just checked because
You're
I
not
figured.
killing Meepo.
No, we're not killing Meepo.
Elle, you would know this. The intelligence of it's a baby dragon, so adult dragons are quite smart, but a baby dragon only has an intelligence of 5, if it matters.
Oh, so close.
So close.
No.
Can you upgrade? Can we level up now? So maybe we could upgrade this.
I think that's how it works.
I don't think that's how.
I'm pretty sure you're allowed to level up when it's really convenient
All right,
for the
Nox,
party.
get in the room. Come on, let's
Yeah.
move.
It's your time to shine,
Okay,
buddy.
I am
Go
gonna
for it, team. Go for
open
it.
the door and bravely step inside.
So Nox is being sent in alone. Is that's a
I
that is
think that's
what we
the
are
plan.
calling a
I-
plan?
Hey, look, if Elena doesn't go in, I will
I
charge
will
in.
move towards the door, so just in case, like, trouble
Yeah, I
brews, I can
think
jump
it's-
in, but...
What's the floor swirl?
There's a chain on a spike, there's
okay.
like an iron spike with a chain,
It
like
just
an
looked
animal
very-
like an
it
animal
looked
had
very-
been chained up here. But
But
there's
the animal
nothing.
has left it very tastefully curled.
Yes.
Yeah.
I even have a. So hold on. Let's see. So I will read the more ornate description of the room, of which Elena got a summary. So you open the door, Nox and Max.
Max.
You
Return
open
of
the
Mac.
door, Nox and Max, and in the room beyond is this kind of wretched goblin trophy room. Mounted and stuffed animal heads adorn the walls. The mounting jobs are sloppy. The assortment of heads includes cattle, rats, and other not particularly impressive specimen. There's a few kobolds in there. A few grisly trophies share the wall. Smashed and broken cabinets and small tables litter the periphery of the room, and a rusted iron spike stands in the center of the room, trailing a broken chain. Thin patches of frost coat sections of wall, floor, and debris, and you can hear kind of the sound of breathing coming from behind a pile of broken furniture. It sounds kind of like heavy reptilian breathing.
This must be a really bitty dragon if we can't see it.
Yeah.
Well, it is a baby dragon. It is what they call a wormling.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe. Oh, I hope it's cute. Make it cute, please. Make it cute.
Okay. Well,
It adorably slits all of your throats.
I think Max should stay at the door.
I'm
so
at the door
we
with
don't
you.
spook
I'm
it.
right there. I'm ready.
Okay,
I'm
I'm ready to
armed.
cast fires. Go
Yeah.
for it.
To
Okay.
go
If it's-
in,
if it's a meanie.
So
I'll keep my ear out.
I will step into the room.
Say hi, buddy. I think you should do that.
Yeah. Hang
Oh,
on.
one of your eyes is out.
I know.
Hello, I am here to rescue my dragon friend.
Oh, I'm having a problem with my eyes. Oh well.
Oh my
never
god,
mind.
that's horrific.
I know what that's like.
I should get dragon
winking.
contact.
Now you look
Why is
suspicious.
Doc lost an
I
eye?
don't like this.
Yeah, you're like giving him the side eye.
Oh god, fingers coming through the eye.
Jeez.
Oh,
not
James,
worse.
just
Horribly
ditch the
injured.
mask.
Yeah. Okay.
There
right.
we go.
I've got the voice anyway.
Peeled
Yes.
off his face.
The voice is the important part.
Yeah. It's an audio podcast, so. Right. So I will shout out. What was the name of the dragon? Do we remember?
It is Karylax.
Karylax.
Karylax, are you okay?
A white dragon wormling pokes its head out from behind the pile of furniture and kind of looks at you suspiciously. It is a dragon wormling, so it is a very small dragon. Let me just get the information on dragon wormlings here so that I have that fresh at my hands here. So, dragons. So a dragon wormling, you would know, Nox, just from, you've been around, you're a storyteller. A dragon wormling is a medium-sized creature, so I think most of you are probably medium-sized, so it's, it's about the size of you. It's very small. A dragon wormling is like less than 5 years old, basically. And I just wanted to check, do dragon wormlings speak?
Please speak. Please speak.
I think they do. Yay! Or like, why not?
Do you have a voice?
Yes.
Change of
they only
toning?
speak. I knew they only. If they were going to speak, they would only speak Draconic. But yes. So Nox, you speak Draconic, and you have a dragon-like appearance. So the dragon wormling has not attacked you yet.
Yay.
So.
Yet.
And in fact, I think I've got an image of this situation I can share with
Yes,
you.
I want to see it.
Did a thing pop up when I did that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we see
that
it.
taxidermy looks fine.
Oh, sorry. Sorry if I maligned the goblin taxidermy.
Yeah. Oh, but the
it
dragon
is a
looks
cow.
so lovely.
So this
You're
this
just hating all
dragon,
over
I
their
feel
art.
like it's probably like the size of like a very large dog, like a Irish wolfhound or something like that.
Can we keep it?
Please, can we have a real dragon as a party pet?
The dragon
real
is
dragon?
sentient, and you would know, Nox, that dragons tend to be very fixated on accumulating wealth and building up a horde. They're not really into the adventuring lifestyle. They are somewhat, not to malign dragons, but they are very fixated on material wealth and not really into friendship. So,
How
the
about
money.
friendship with rich merchants?
Show 'em some of the
I'm
money
just
we
saying,
have.
you could
We've got quite a bit of gold.
You could pledge yourself to a life of servitude to the dragon, and that might impress the dragon.
Go
but
for it, Nox.
But the dragon is probably not looking to join any organization at less than a
But
leadership role.
it is
what
a
I'm telling
baby,
you.
and it is being held
It's a
captive,
tiny
so it's going to be
dragon.
self-motivated, perhaps.
Yes,
Wait,
I think
can we
So
use some of the coins?
dragon peeks over the pile of shattered furniture and looks at and sees Nox and says, "Who are you?"
We have come to rescue you.
"You are in my lair. Begone."
Oh,
This is not going.
You
as
can
we
kind of see
imagined.
that the dragon seems to Karylax. How do I forget? I'm not
Karylax.
saying the name is Karylax. Seems to have basically built up a little nest of taking everything of possible value in this room and building a little pile that it is perched across. So there's some gold and bit silverware and little like a little idol, and basically just anything in this room that was shiny has been piled up into a little pile that Karylax is kind of perched on top of, guarding, looking at you suspiciously, Nox.
Well, he seems quite happy, so I say we leave and go look for the adventurers.
Yeah.
Jump
Yeah.
gun.
I mean, we could say
Have a bit of a chat with him. Let's get to know him a little bit first.
Ask him if
you
he's
know.
seen the adventurers.
How's
Well-
he doing? Is he comfortable here? Can we help him out
yeah, I
with
think
some
we should
gold?
try and establish whether he wants to leave.
Yes,
because
or a
the
little bit of
idea.
a rapport, or tell him there's a really big gold pile that kobolds have been
I
building
also
for
think that if
him.
we need to lead him somewhere, we can use our gold pieces like little breadcrumbs.
We could,
like
yes,
M&Ms.
breadcrumbs.
and we
With
can
only
lead him
some
That
out
is a
wherever we want
plan.
him to go.
I am for the
Yeah,
breadcrumb
if he
plan.
hates the goblins, we could say that we're going to try to take out the goblins. It would be a great time for him to come and help us. Her to come and
Yeah,
and,
if there's less
pick
goblins
up
around,
all
more
their
gold
stuff.
can flow towards him. We're
Yeah.
like, I think we should, a part of our
Well,
job
Nox,
really should be.
you're the one alone in the room
Yeah.
with the dragon. Meepo is like very
can you-
interested to know what's going on, but I think
Nox, can you
Elena
hear
and
suggest-
Elle are like holding Meepo back.
Nox, could you hear all our amazing suggestions?
Yes, I'm sort of getting them up here.
Actually, I'm
so,
using
yeah.
my message spell to communicate through the door to Nox with a whisper only he can hear, and I'm relaying our suggestions of options he's got.
Would I
So
be able
I-
to use my
I
animal
think,
friendship spell if I roll really high?
If you what?
If I roll like really, really high?
I thought it just didn't work on something above an intelligence of 4.
It doesn't. I was just curious if there's a loophole.
How high do I have
the
to roll,
challenging
though?
thing is like dragons are. I mean, as you could imagine, like they're in the name of the game, right? Right, Tiff. They're the kind of the most magical, and they're basically sentient,
all
right?
right.
They are self-aware in the way that
I'll
most other
practice
beasts.
on something smaller
So if
later.
they're
Beasts are not.
sentient, that means they're a person. So we could charm them under charm person. They're people, unless you're going to be racist about it.
Yeah, but they're not. They are people, but they're not humanoids, and unfortunately, charm person only works on humanoids.
Okay.
Maybe if the dragon is standing on its hind
So
legs.
let's put it in an outfit.
Do you want to convince it to stand
Can
on
we
its hind
dress it up
legs?
first?
Excuse
Does
me,
that
Mr.
work?
Dragon. Mr. Dragon, could you just
It thinks it's
you're like doing like a
people.
cat game with it where you're holding like bait up and seeing if it
Gold pieces, holdings
Yeah.
of gold pieces above
That
its
is a
neck.
great way to lose an arm.
James, I recommend telling the dragon the plan and seeing
So-
if they are
Which
up
plan?
for doing it.
The
Like the
breadcrumb
plan
plan?
of like we are going to kill the goblins. Like that is what
Yeah.
we are moving towards.
Okay.
See if he's interested.
We are here to kill all the goblins and set you free. Can we help?
This is complicated. I do not care for the goblins, but they do have more shinies than my kobold, who treated me like a pet. I am not a pet. I'm a lord. All of this will be my domain.
Kobold. who we don't know at all.
Don't say that. Don't lie.
There was one of their tribe who seemed to care for me. But he has failed me. He allowed me to be captured by these wretched goblins. But now this is my lair. The goblins, they will come and feed me and keep me appeased. But someday I will consume all of them. I will grow big and strong, and all of this will be my lair.
I think we should send in Meepo.
If we killed them...
Yeah, we should send in Meepo, and also, if we kill all the goblins, tell him he can get all the shiny stuff now.
That's what I was going to tell
Furion's
him.
listening into the conversation, and he points and says, "Send in Meepo."
Well, give me like one more line. We'll
Yes.
see.
Also, I am always reluctant to be tricked into a situation where I'm voicing two characters talking to each other. So, I've told the story about people who set up my NPCs on blind dates. I'm not letting that happen here.
We're not trying to set you a kobold up on a blind date with a dragon. We just want to.
They know each other, so it's not a blind date, obviously. Nox.
But
yes. Also,
don't date your co-workers.
Yeah.
It's clearly not tricksy. It's clearly an obvious thing to do
Yes.
Well,
in the circumstances.
I think we should say
You created these circumstances. Now you have to suffer.
Fair.
Okay, so I'll say
Once we kill all the goblins, you can take all of their shinies and eat them.
This pleases me. Do you have any shinies on you now? Says
Yes.
Karylax, and kind of peeking out further from behind the pile of furniture.
Flick him a gold piece. Say,
I'll just
You
have a
feel
quick-
that, like, as Karylax is getting like a little bit closer to you, Nox, and it's like a chill runs down you just because everything around Karylax's presence is kind of icy, and it's his icy breath washes over your face.
Furion hears this and hands a gold piece to Fox, who hands it to Elle, who hands it to Elena, who hands it to Velo, who hands it to Max, who slides it under the door.
Who drops
some
it
quality
and then it
teamwork
hits
there.
his foot and rolls under the door.
Furion, you gain inspiration.
All right, I will pick up said gold piece and sort of add one to the pile.
Karylax nods. This pleases me.
Okay, I pick
Do you
another
have
one
any
out
more?
of my. I've got 25. I
Don't
pick
tell him
another
that.
one out my pocket and sort of artfully fling it over into the pile.
ding.
Yes.
That's
How many times do we
Send
need
in
to do
Meepo.
this
on your
now?
way.
Wait,
okay,
no, Bert,
I'll
give
say
Meepo a
I'll just
coin
try
and
a.
go in.
Supposing this kobold that cared for you mysteriously turned up right about now, how do you think you'd feel?
I don't know.
Is this
Would
a
you
trick
eat him?
to kill?
I would not eat
Don't put
Meepo.
Let's send in Meepo. Send in
I was
Meepo.
worried that there'd be like a trick here where it wasn't actually Meepo, but
All right.
Surprise!
Send in the Meepo. Let's send in Meepo.
All right. Meepo is finally allowed to enter the room. Meepo rushes over to Karylax to embrace Karylax in a hug, and Karylax kind of rears back and kind of spits a bout of icy breath at the floor, and Meepo is startled and takes a step back.
oh,
How's this going to go?
I have moved on. The goblins have provided me with shinies you never could.
I'm so glad you're okay, Meepo says.
Hey, thank you, Jason.
yeah. Okay, so Meepo.
I have a
found-
much bigger lair now.
You're doing great.
Well, guys, we'll leave you to sort this out. We've got to go find some adventures.
Yeah.
Cool meeting you both. Bye bye. We
It's
meet
been
two
real.
These guys are my friends. We're gonna go kill some goblins. You want to come help? They got lots of
happy.
gold.
What? Meepo is getting closer and closer to Mickey Mouse. and I
Meepo
don't
is
know how I
becoming
feel
Mickey
about
Mouse.
that.
And
Meepo Mouse.
also, Meepo, if we go and kill all the goblins, then the goblins won't be living here anymore, so the kobolds could expand into the goblin territory.
Yeah.
And the dragon would still be here if he wants to hang out here, so you've got your dragon back. Problem solved.
Yeah,
You
we've
would only need to kill.
technically
Yeah, you
brought
only
the
need to
dragon
kill
back.
like 100 goblins to make that happen.
We can do that. No problem.
Well,
Easy peasy. Let's go for it.
Let's not make rash promises here.
We let a dragon
I'm saying this
loose.
quietly to the group. I think killing 100 goblins is well within our capabilities.
All right. Karylax and Meepo step off to the side and engage in a discussion back and forth. Meepo is telling Karylax all about what's happened with the tribe. Karylax is kind of bored, but is letting Meepo talk. So you can talk amongst yourselves.
So it's basically Thanksgiving, and you're caught with your uncle.
And your dragon. Yeah.
And you're the dragon. In
I
this
don't
scenario.
think we're going to get this dragon back to the kobolds. It doesn't want to go.
That's all right.
Yeah, maybe.
And I don't think we should try and force the
Well,
dragon.
that
No.
was the secondary mission anyway. We should
Yeah,
focus
We
on
can
that.
make that.
I think
Meepo's problem
we've
if
kind of
Meepo's still alive.
reunited.
Yeah, we could ask Meepo, like, the dragon doesn't want to go with you. How do you feel about this? What are your feelings here? I mean, we have cleared out this part of the goblin territory for you. Maybe
Except for that
you
door
could
back
pop
there
back.
where there's goblins arguing.
The
Meepo
one
says,
we've got to go through.
I don't know.
We could brick up that door.
I mean, Karylax seems happy here, but like, I mean, isn't this just a bigger cage?
Philosophically, yes, Meepo. But surely a bigger cage is better than a smaller
I'm just
cage.
also worried that, like, I mean, the goblins don't know how to take care of them, and eventually, I think Karylax is gonna get mad, and I don't know. Also, maybe they'll like ransom Karylax back to my tribe. I don't know.
Would
I think
Karylax allow himself to be ransomed?
No, I don't think so.
Probably not.
Never.
I think Meepo can look after Karylax, and Karylax can look after Meepo.
Yeah,
That seems beautiful.
you could leave them
Guys.
here to sort things out if you wanted.
Yeah, that
We,
sounds
well-
like
we
a good
did
idea.
everything we could. I don't think we should antagonize
You have
dragon.
not technically completed the quest that you were given by by Usadrill, the kobold leader, but it may be that the quest you were given was not easily completable. So
I mean,
Oh my
it's
god,
like,
don't you diss our diplomatic solution
yeah.
to this problem. You bad dungeon master.
sorry.
Well,
This is a beautiful solution.
Meepo now knows where the dragon is, and could presumably, if he wanted to, run back to Kobold territory and say, "There's
But
2 charmed
clubs and
guards
ucks might-
and a bunch of dead goblins. This is our chance. We can go get the dragon." That's up to Meepo.
I mean, is there anything? Is there any way? You could ask the dragon straight out. Is there any way you convince them to go back to Kobold territory with Meepo? We could have their goodies transported with them. We could.
Meepo suggests that it may take a little while to convince Karylax to give up this room, even if it's in Karylax's best interest.
We also have to like get everything past clubs and ucks who might be at this point getting
We've got,
a bit
but we
suspicious.
have
Dragons,
dragons. So.
Oh
It's
man.
like we're just borrowing it. It's okay.
What were we gonna get for returning the dragon? Was it just a random golden
I think
key?
it was a key.
You had a promise
we
of a
already had a
variety
key.
of treasures that that Usadrill had like on a little altar next to her throne, and one of them was a key. That I think there was a key and a potion. I forget what your eyes were particularly drawn to the key for whatever
Okay,
reason.
so
Doing-
they give
doing
this
this-
back, which means that there must be. Presumably, we want the dragon back alive. So there's something we can do. To,
Leaving the dragon and Meepo here now does not mean that we can't
Yeah.
readdress this
Yes.
later on.
Yeah,
We
But
can
we
come
can
back.
just leave them here now. And if it turns out it's like, oh, there's a door, there's a keyhole, you can't open it, then we have to readdress the Karylax situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree
and
with
also
that.
maybe we'll find something shiny we don't really need or
There could
want,
be
and we'll
something
say
that opens us
Karylax.
up.
And we
Yeah.
have
We'll
a
give you
key. We have an extra key. So
I mean, do we want to take Meepo with us because he is actually effective in combat?
No, because he's
But
with
that's
his
just
I
friends
think
now, and he
Meepo
might
can
get
help
killed,
keep the
and then
dragon under
Karylax might be
control.
mad.
Yeah.
I don't
We-
think Karylax is going to be that mad.
He
I
is
think we
gonna be
leave
mad
them
if we get
together
Meepo
and we
killed.
proceed through that door through the north.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah.
Let's just get to
Meepo
it.
has been helpful, but Meepo's also been very unhelpful.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm,
Yeah,
I'm
Meepo
opening this
did-
door.
It will not help with
Are we
talking.
conducting Meepo's performance
It's the
review right
contradiction
now?
of
Yeah.
Meepo. Right
Yeah.
there.
It may not be strictly speaking what the Doodad Guide says as a conclusion to this quest.
No, I mean,
but in our hearts,
it's Dungeons and Dragons. You can do whatever you want.
Let's move
You
on.
know, I think probably you're going to have a hard time getting a reward from Usadrill without bringing a dragon back, but you do not have to get a reward from Usadrill. That is not there is not a thing that's not like a choke point in this adventure. You do not
Yeah.
need to do that if you don't want to.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Let's go find some adventurers.
You could decide this whole adventure is rubbish and go back to the surface if you want. That leaves me flailing a little bit, but that is a thing you can do.
It's secretly what I want to do, but I don't think they'd let me.
Yes. Did I mention there are 7 dragons on the way out?
So I wanted to mention that clearly this dragon is a nice dragon, and there's a chill vibe happening around him. And I remember that a few episodes ago when we played, I came across that door where I got hit by a scythe, like cut by a scythe, and it was really cold and chilly in front of that door as well.
It was.
Would that be a bigger dragon, ice dragon? Are there more dragons here? I'm raising some questions.
Can we ask Nox to ask Karylax that?
Yeah.
Are there
Are
more
there
like
any
you?
more of your kind here? Any dragons?
Our kind.
Our kind, yes, us. That we could rescue on the way out.
Not to my knowledge, but this is a place of power for our people. As you can see, great ones of our kind were worshipped here by devout followers for many generations.
That sounds good. I think
Yes.
people should worship us.
Yes, we will rise again. Armies of cultists will follow our beck and call and build to me a mountain of gold.
Sounds good.
Yeah. If we built your small
a mountain of
gold,
gold, says Karylax from behind his basically pile of broken IKEA furniture.
The cataracts. It's
So if we
cataracts.
built you a small mountain of gold back in Kobold territory, might you consider investigating it and checking out if that's a good start?
Yes.
I think we should go build him a very small mountain of gold.
Well, how much gold do we have?
We should just use a gold coin and then. Well, I think
can
the
we build a
suggestion was
pyramid
if
of
we
gold?
needed a key,
An adventurous
Golden pyramid.
we could. Yeah.
We still have 2 goblins between us. No,
Yeah, I
4
wanna
goblins.
move on
No,
from the
but
Karylax
they're
problem.
nothing. We've defeated
Yeah.
so many goblins.
They're charmed,
easy
too.
peasy. Yeah,
Yeah,
easy
but
peasy.
the 2 that we just
There's
got
a
past.
door with more goblins behind.
Yes.
it. That's what.
I will tell you that Karylax's nest that Karylax has currently constructed is a rather meager, probably 50 gold pieces versus valuable items.
Okay.
Which, would be like, that would be enough for, if you were a farmer, that would be like retirement money. But for you adventurers who are drinking, slamming back potions of healing left and right and setting fire to taverns, that's like a weekend for you.
Yeah, I think we should leave it unless we really want a key.
I think we can come back
Yeah.
to this, assuming
Yeah.
we're
Yeah,
still
let's
alive.
leave these
We'll
2
put a
crazy kids
pin
here
in
to
it.
patch up their differences and
Yep.
move on.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
and so you
Thank
do.
you.
Let's find
Okay.
some adventurers. Woo!
I take another gold coin and just flip it onto the pile.
Oh my God! Stop throwing away our money.
Yeah, exactly. That was unneeded.
Just
trying to-
remember. Could you ask Karylax? Just remember, we gave you a couple of gold coins because we think you're okay. We may build you a mountain of gold, small mountain,
Let me,
if it's quite a successful trip.
let me tell you a tale from my land where a duck swam in a swimming pool full of gold coins.
With no pants on.
Karylax says, yes, this pleases me. Tell me more of this duck.
All right, are we going to go into this room to the north and kill the goblins who were there, or are we going to leave them and just
I think so.
continue
This is
on
an
to the
Atlanta-like
west?
situation,
So-
I think.
So do we
I
need
think
to
we
go
should
north? Because we
Yes.
know that the throne room is west. Why would we go north if we found the
What
dragon?
what door is west?
Well, the one at the
Back
end
where the
of
surprise,
this,
back where over
Yeah,
by
it
the
would have to go
surprise
down.
goblin.
All right.
I would say possibly we don't want to tramp everyone through this room because it might spook Karylax slightly.
Yeah,
We don't have to go
So we
through
can
the
either
room.
go down and round or we can go up.
We could trip through and sort of like bow our courtesy as we pass
No, we
him.
just got. There's
in,
another way
in
around.
respect
There's no
for
need to go
his
through.
Yeah,
dragon.
There's
the
no way to
storage
go through.
room,
Just
right?
go around to the storage room.
Could we lock the doors behind us, maybe?
I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
No,
okay.
You want
Fire
to
hazard.
keep,
Fire hazard.
let's just move
Yeah.
along.
Okay.
Yeah. Pro tip, don't ever lock the door to your own tomb, Nox.
Yeah.
So are we moving west?
I
or
don't know
north?
where you're going.
Let's go into this hallway and investigate. There are many doors in this hallway, or this
Okay.
this whatever this
Okay.
is, this pillared room.
Yeah.
This pit-
Well, this door's
Bye,
open.
Karylax. Bye, Meepo.
Meepo says, bye, friends! Karylax says,
We'll be-
farewell,
we'll be back.
followers.
We'll be back
Followers.
for you with lots of gold.
Maybe.
Not for you, Meepo.
Rude.
Meepo has produced a rat, you're not sure from where, and he is currently butchering it while Karylax watches.
Oh.
That's nice.
I'm gonna miss that guy.
Yeah.
Can I do a perception check in the pillared room?
Yes.
Okay, let me roll it. 19.
I think that was a nice ending for.
Yeah,
Karylax.
we got
that
closure.
if this was like a BioWare game, that would have been an actual ending, and we'd have got
Yes.
a prize for it.
Now we'd have got a romance scene.
Oh,
Oh God, I don't want to keep going down this conversation.
So, Olena, did you roll perception?
Yeah, it was 19.
19. You peer around this strange pillared hall. This room is this long hallway. It's there's a bunch of sconces in the walls that would hold torches, but it seems like all the torches here are of goblin construction, and whatever they are made out of does not smell great, and it fills the room with kind of a gross haze. So you're kind of actually having a little bit of trouble, like just looking around this room. But you see a series of pillars. There's 3 doors on the north side of this chamber, 1 door to the south, and 1 door to the west. All the pillars are kind of carved with ornate, intertwined dragons going up and down the length of the pillars for the length of this hall. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 doors off this hallway, not including the door you came in.
Can I cast light on one of the pillars to see if it lights up this room a little more and gives us a better illumination?
It's still just the air is really hazy,
okay.
so
All right.
if there were opponents in this hallway, they would be lightly obscured. So, what will you do next?
I'm interested in seeing what's happening behind the western door.
Go check it.
Do you want to move up to the western door and listen?
Yep. I'll.
All right. A scythe blade. No.
Sorry, Tony, your internet's breaking up again. I couldn't hear that.
Spoilers. I ran another session recently that had a scythe blade trap, and I'm like, am I allowed to say this on the internet without the internet failing? So you go up to the door. You don't even have to get all the way up to the door, Olena, before you hear the sound of lots of goblin chattering. There are clearly many goblins on the other side of this door. Like, you hear overlapping conversations and people yelling at each other and arguing and joking, and just, it sounds like there's several conversations happening on side of that door. You would have mentioned that there's like, I don't know, more than a dozen goblins on the other side of that door.
I don't think we should go in there, guys. Not
But that
Or-
could be where we have to go.
I could set up a couple of bonfires. They have to get through the bonfires
Always
to get
with
to
the
us. We all
bonfires.
use ranged weapons and we take them down.
I'm thinking of some of the spells we have. Like, we could set up a trap somewhere, and the L could make a noise in one direction, so they all run towards the trap. But let's see what happens behind the other doors as well. Maybe.
Yeah. What's behind door number 2?
Dun, 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 dun. It's a
wanna check?
car.
Do you want to check?
Yeah, I'm gonna check. I've had a drink already. So. Okay.
Best kind
So
of Dungeons and Dragons.
you head over to the door to the north. There's 2 doors to the north. You're going to the one, I guess, the most
left.
westerly.
Yes.
There. It sounds quiet on the other side of that door.
I want to stealthily open it and see what's happening behind it.
All right.
Okay. 15.
All right. You peek open. There's a narrow little passageway, and you can see it kind of zigzags off to the left. It also goes to the right, and you see a goblin he looks like he's theoretically on guard duty, kind of perched in the corner, but he looks like he's half asleep.
Let's kill him.
Ooh, element.
Stealth knife.
Yeah. He won't even know what happened to him. So,
But there could be
crew,
others.
fellow party members, it seems like to the left, there's a lot of goblins behind this door, so I wouldn't recommend going in there. But to this other door, it seems that there's only half asleep goblin guarding something, and it's a hallway that might lead us to the same place, but in a safer way. I could also look through the other doors or listen in. What do you think that we should do?
I think-
I think that's another door.
Check the
Yeah,
door to
check
the
the
south.
Looks like
other
a pretty good
doors.
door.
Yep.
Okay, we'll check all doors. I'm gonna listen, come close to the southern door and put my ear against it and try to listen what's happening behind it.
All right. Can you move your token over to which door
yes.
you're at? You hear the sound of cackling. It sounds like there are several goblins to having a conversation on the other side of that door.
Does
So, like-
anybody speak?
Like a handful of them.
Oh, we should get Max to listen.
Yep. Max, can you?
Yep. Max
Tiptoe
puts
around.
his ear against the door.
Okay.
There's a goblin telling a very lengthy, exaggerated kind of war story about a battle he had where he allegedly slew 73 kobolds.
Kobold.
Okay.
Do you want
And-
to check that last door?
Yeah, I want to check the last door as well.
There's 2 doors. Oh no,
We've already
we
checked the
listened
other
on
one, but
Yeah,
it's-
that's-
by ear.
That door, it's quiet. You don't hear anything.
Can we have a look-see?
I want to
Sorry.
stealthily open this one as well.
Okay.
That's 17.
All right. You peek open that door. You see a little hallway that turns to the left. You see a goblin standing there looking back and forth on guard duty.
Does he
Okay.
see us?
He has not seen Olena because she rolled a 17 on
All
stealth.
right. So
should go with the
if we
sleepy
want to go this
goblin.
way, I think we need to plan our like a surprise and maybe go through both the doors and try to take these guys
Yeah.
out quickly.
Who is proficient with ranged weapons?
Well,
I
Furion's
can
all
do
about
a-
range.
Okay.
I can set a bonfire from a very long range.
I've got a crossbow.
I have one too.
I have some producing flame action.
What
And
about
also thunderclap
Elena's
situations.
stealth attack thing? Could we?
Well, that's
that.
when somebody else is already in the way. Right? The stealth attack, the sneak attack.
The problem is that there's another goblin who's awake by the sound of it who might alert the one who's
Well, that's
half
why we
asleep.
need to attack them both.
Yeah, we'll
At the same time.
simultaneously sort of
Yeah.
open both doors to see if we can surprise them stealthily and then
Oh yeah,
and
let's
range
split
them.
the party.
We're all in
So
the
Yeah.
same room.
so I
Well, we assume.
Well, but it's a
yeah,
hallway.
it looks like it's a hallway, so they'll
Yeah.
hear each other. But I'm very good at stealth, and I think that Elle is good at stealth as well.
I'm not
Yeah.
as
No.
good as you, but yes, I have.
Because you have like
+3.
5, right? Oh, you have
Plus
3.
three.
Right, but how is stealth going to help you in this situation?
Because I think you can sneak up on them, and I have sneak attack as well, which might help.
All right,
But
so
is
we
sneak
had our stealthy people to sneak attack and
Okay.
and time it so that's happening, and then we're also able to maybe get a surprise round in of ranged
weapon.
attack.
Okay.
Sounds like
So
a
I
plan.
can
We
sneak
should
attack.
kind of-
Maybe
It's the
there's
old
someone's
surprise
magic
murder plan.
from afar.
So like we should line up behind the doors.
Yep.
I would like to
then-
make it clear that these goblin guards are getting paid minimum wage.
Yeah, it's a real
We don't
indictment
care.
of goblin society,
I think
isn't
it's
it,
quicker to
Tony?
kill them.
Yeah, these goblins are just trying to pay their way through college, and you are murdering them.
Yeah.
Alright, so who's
Well-
got the best sneak attack?
They can't. There is no college in this dungeon.
Do you know what
worth
loan
going to.
rates are like at Goblin College? They are very aggressive.
Yeah, they're predatory. Of course they are.
Yeah.
We're helping them out in a way. We're sparing them from all that.
So
So
All right.
who has a spell?
So
or
your
something?
plan is to basically stack up at the 2 doors. So the adventurers have decided these 2 doors to the north connect to the same hallway. Behind one door is an alert goblin. Behind the other door is a sleeping goblin. They're basically half of them are going to go to one door, half of them are going to go to the other. You're going to do like a countdown and kick open the doors and sneak attack those 2
Well,
goblins.
I think with this door to the left, we can definitely try to open it quietly and surprise them, not kick it down, right?
can we take out that top one without alerting the other one?
Possibly, but
Yeah,
not if L runs across, right? Like I could
That's-
try to do it. We could open the door and then I could try to just attack them from range, and somebody else could try that too. And if that
I mean, if they're
happens, it might work.
asleep, does their armor class apply?
Well, he's sleepy. He's not asleep,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. He is not
So-
alert.
So I think that I can stealthily open the door to the right, tiptoe. Actually, no, because this guy is awake,
He's awake, yeah.
so he'll see me. So I need
Indeed.
to do. It needs to be a range attack.
Well, I
So
mean,
it's
yeah.
Got knives.
Tony, what's the rule on getting a surprise round? Like, there's a limit.
Usually you get how does that work in 5e? I think usually you get a single action.
Right, which means you can't move and attack.
Yeah.
You know, I want to open the door stealthily, and I want to throw 2 daggers at that
Yeah,
guy
see, this
who's
is
awake.
the thing to do, is to open these doors on the count of 3 and then range attack.
Okay.
2 daggers.
So
thrown.
aside from Elena, who has good range attacks? Who has the best range attacks?
Me?
We go with Furion. All right. So El, you have good stealth, right?
I have +3 stealth.
Yeah,
and
that-
I have a produce flame range attack.
Oh, nice.
So what if we had Elle open the door, Furion attacks the guy on the left, and then Elena opens the door on her own and throws 2 knives at the guy on the right?
Yeah, well, Elle can do her ranged attack too. Anybody who's got a ranged attack, it would be nice if you were just sort of like lining it up so that we could open these
I've got a
doors and then
crossbow.
throw things at
I
them.
also have a crossbow.
All right,
Bonfires.
so Elena and I at the same time will open the door using our stealth, and then we'll use a range attack
Great.
right after following.
Do it.
Yeah.
And I can
Now, am I
crossbow
within
in
30
as well.
feet of that other dude? Let's see. How far is that? How do you do the far thing?
You just do the little. It's the little ruler. Boop.
And oh yeah,
30
you can,
feet.
You can see
Oh,
him
that's
through the
perfect.
door.
And 20 feet for the
Within
other guy.
I have within 30 feet. I'm okay.
Okay. So I can hit with a crossbow 30 feet as well. So
We're all lining up. Let's make this happen.
All right,
All right,
let's do it.
Let's see if we can get this concluded before a break.
All right. So first we're rolling stealth, right?
That's not been an hour.
Yeah, we're coming up on it.
Almost coming up on
Wow.
it. You guys did a lot. You befriended a dragon. You completed a side quest in a way, etc. So I'm going to suggest, just for efficiency's sake, why don't you all roll initiative, and we'll go in initiative order.
Okay.
So you should be planning out what your attack will be right now, because theoretically this is like a quick surprise round. You know what you're going to do. You get a single action. So.
Can you please add me to the turn order? I disappeared when.
Oh, somebody deleted your character. You're back.
Jason.
Jason, can you just delete the goblins?
Yeah, let's not do that again. So, I have taken Jason's ability to delete Elena away also. He still has the ability to delete the other characters. I have not removed his ability to do that yet. But Jason, you're on notice.
Yeah, don't displease
Okay,
me.
Why do I have a square around me? Oh, it's gone.
Oh, guys, you left Fox behind. I'm moving Fox over.
No, he was busy.
Oh,
Taking a nap.
He's just foraging around in that storage room.
Eating,
Yeah.
Chewing
eating
on a
some,
goblin.
some dead
Yeah.
goblin.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of goblin supplies in there that are awful.
There are small, normal-sized rats that he was taking care
Yeah.
of. He was having lunch. It was fine.
So we can
All
roll
right.
initiative, but I think for the surprise, we're trying to do it in a sequence, right?
Yes. So you have a sequence ready?
Yeah, because Elle and Elena have to go first because they have to open the doors.
And I rolled,
Using
I
stealth.
rolled the worst initiative.
All right. Theoretically, you can always reorder yourselves. I put Elle and Elena at the top of the order.
All right.
So, does it matter which of you goes first?
I figured,
We're going at the same time.
yeah, it's
right?
simultaneous,
All right.
more or less. So
All right, Elle and
Yeah.
Elena, you open the doors and
Well, we have to roll stealth, right, for opening the doors, or we just know.
Yeah,
we're
you should roll
awesome?
stealth to see if the goblins are alerted to your presence. Because if they
geez.
if they are not, you get a surprise. If not, everything changes.
I have 19 on the door.
All right, Elena, it is like the door. You take out a little oil can and you're greasing the door. You have this door is now in pristine condition, and it's as if it was made out of ball bearings as it silently swings
love
open
ball
away from you. Elle, how about you?
I got a 14 on the door.
It creaks. Thankfully, the goblin nearest you is he kind
I
of
got the
groggily
sleepy
looks
one.
in your direction, but has not reacted yet.
great.
Attack.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna go first here. I want to do my 2-weapon fighting. Just a second, just to reread it again to make sure that I'm not doing anything wrong. When you
Yeah, I
take-
wasn't sure. Can 2-weapon be fighting used ranged?
Let me read and see if my plan works. When you take
Okay.
the attack action, when you take the attack action and attack with a light melee weapon that you're holding in one hand, you can use a bonus
so that's-
action.
melee
It's a
was the keyword
attack,
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
But then, if either weapon has the thrown property, you can throw the weapon instead of making a melee attack with it.
Ah,
So,
Wow. Set the
Cliffhanger.
question.
real roller coaster ride.
Yeah,
Those
it's a
rules.
melee weapon only. Unless.
so throw
It's
let's
a-
throw a couple daggers.
Unless you throw it. You know what?
So then it works.
Rogues are really good at throwing stuff.
Yes, you can throw it. It
So
says
then
you
I
can
can
throw
throw
it.
them both, and then you don't add your ability modifier to the damage of the bonus attack.
Yeah, you're not as good throwing with whatever your offhand is.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
if you were right-handed, your left-hand dagger is it's not quite as good. You're still gonna
Cool.
you potentially hit them, but you don't go to them right in an
So
artery
you
or
just get what
something.
the dice says.
Okay, so first dagger.
All right.
Sorry. I got 15 plus
You can't-
5.
you
It's a
don't- you-
20.
You don't put the plus on it.
Why not?
Because it doesn't have the attack modifier because you're throwing it. That's what you just said.
On the-
right?
Sure.
on the second one.
The second one, Mike.
Oh, the second one. Sorry. Okay.
All right, so you got a 20 on the first dagger. So that
Yes.
dagger hits the goblin who has not noticed you're there yet in the side of the head.
Yeah, I love it. And then it's a D4 plus 3.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 6.
All right, the goblin is bleeding severely from a head wound. And then you throw a second dagger.
Yep, another D20. Oh no! It's a 3
Oh, no.
that I can't add the ability modifier to.
Right.
Nope.
So that misses
so that
him.
goblin screams in pain as there is a dagger stuck into his skull.
As another dagger flies past him and hits the wall.
Hits the wall
So-
and bounces off.
So now Elle has a really fast, quick chance to
Well,
kill
she
the
does it
other
at
guy.
the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elle.
I rolled.
Meanwhile,
I'm ready to go.
slightly
I
down
have
the
all my
hall,
numbers.
Elle.
All right, so I rolled a 22.
That'll hit.
Yep.
And what kind of attack is this?
This is a produce flame attack.
Okay,
So it's
you
gonna
were
cause
setting
some fire
fire to a sleepy goblin.
Yep, and it caused
The
7
stuff,
damage.
the stuff of heroes, and it costs how much damage?
7.
7. Goblins have 7 hit points.
Out of 8, so I think that's pretty good.
So you just set fire to a sleeping goblin. He kind of gurgles as he collapses into a pile.
That's pretty wonderful.
Velo nods approvingly and gives a thumbs
Wait,
up.
can we have a
to
high five,
Elle
me and
for
Velo?
that beautiful fire attack? She's like,
Yes.
yeah.
And it's just like your hands are
You're not
encased
close
in
enough to
flame
each
as they
other.
hit
You just-
together.
Thumbs up.
Well, it's the office
our
high five.
high five bursts into like a little flame. It's very
It's
beautiful.
the Pam and Jim high five from across the
Yeah.
office.
Except with fire.
Yeah, with fire, except slightly more psychopathic. All right, let me just check in. Furion,
rude.
what is your role in this plan now that goblin's dead?
Well, if that goblin's dead, then my next step is to quickly brush past L and stick my head around the corner here at this guy. Can I see that guy?
Okay. Yeah, now this is a surprise round, so that's all you could do.
Oh, that's all I can do.
Yep.
Then yeah, that's all I can do. So I'm just gonna.
rush in.
I'm actually not gonna even rush in. I'm just gonna wait.
Okay.
surprise
Max, you're behind Furion.
I'll wait too because I can't.
All right. Nox, you're behind Olena.
I am going to shoot with my crossbow at the one living goblin.
All right, do it.
I'm gonna ask everybody to duck.
Yes, please do. I get 13.
From the next room,
plus-
Karylax says, "Tell me more about this duck."
Really good hearing, dragons. I get 13 plus 4. So 17.
All right.
Hit. Yes.
That goblin had 1 hit point left because it has a dagger stuck in its skull. It is screaming bloody murder
Come on,
as
Nox.
you put a bolt into its neck, and it gurgles and goes out. I will tell you,
Yeah.
unfortunately, you hear another goblin scream out an alert call, and the sound of footsteps and a door slamming.
They said
Let
there
us
were
say-
intruders again.
Yeah,
Just so
let's say that
everybody
you
knows.
hear it roughly off to the north. Northwest. So your surprise attack has worked in that you have quickly taken out 2 guards, seem to be guarding the side passage, but one goblin has gone to raise the alarm. It's unclear what will happen next. Perhaps this is all part of your elaborate plan. Perhaps you have paved the way to your own doom. Find out next time on Total Party Kill.